Hello, hello, welcome back to SwitchTop. Today we're counting down the top 20 best games on Nintendo Switch. These are the titles that define this console and show exactly why the Switch became such a gaming phenomenon. Whether you're into action, RPGs, platformers, or adventure games, this list has something incredible for everyone. Let's jump right in, starting at number 20. Metroid Dread is the 2D Metroid game fans waited decades for, and it delivers hard. You play as Samus, exploring planet ZDR, and right from the start, the game makes you feel hunted by these unstoppable robots called EMMI that patrol different zones. The combat is fast and brutal, with parries and counters that feel super satisfying when you nail them. As you explore, you unlock new abilities, like the classic Morph Ball, various beam weapons, and movement upgrades that open up previously blocked areas. The map design is incredibly tight, where everything connects in clever ways, and backtracking never feels like a chore because you're always finding new routes. Boss fights are intense skill checks that demand pattern recognition and quick reflexes. The atmosphere is tense throughout, mixing that classic Metroid isolation with genuine moments of dread when an EMMI starts chasing you. It respects the series' legacy while pushing the formula forward with modern gameplay polish. Super Mario Party Jamboree brings the party game series back in a big way, with the most content we've seen in years. You've got 7 different boards to play on, each with unique gimmicks and strategies, plus over 110 minigames that range from simple button mashers to games requiring genuine skill and coordination. The boards themselves have creative themes, like a Rainbow Galleria where you collect items, or a Western town with dueling mechanics. Minigames cover every control style the Switch offers, from motion controls to button combos to touchscreen challenges. The variety is massive and keeps things fresh even after multiple sessions. What really works here is how accessible it is for everyone, while still having depth for competitive players who want to master the strategy of star collection and item usage. Online play is smooth and lets you enjoy the chaos with friends anywhere. The presentation is colorful and energetic with that classic Mario charm in every animation and sound effect. Whether you're playing with family casually or going hardcore with friends, Jamboree has the content and polish to keep everyone entertained. Kirby and the Forgotten Land takes the series into full 3D for the first time as a mainline game, and the transition is fantastic. You explore this post-apocalyptic world overtaken by nature, where abandoned malls, amusement parks, and cities create this strangely beautiful setting. Kirby's copy abilities are upgraded with the mouthful mode, letting him inhale massive objects like cars, vending machines, or traffic cones to solve puzzles and fight enemies in creative ways. The level design strikes a perfect balance between straightforward progression and hidden secrets tucked away for players who explore thoroughly. Combat feels great, with the ability to upgrade your copy powers into stronger, evolved forms that change how they function. Boss battles are surprisingly epic, with multiple phases and attack patterns that keep you engaged. The game also includes co-op, where a second player can join as Bandana Waddle Dee, making it perfect for playing with someone less experienced at games. Waddle Dee Town serves as your hub, where you rescue Waddle Dees to unlock new facilities and minigames. Octopath Traveler 2 takes everything that worked in the first game and refines it into something special. You choose from 8 different characters, each with their own storyline spanning multiple chapters across a beautifully crafted world split between 2 continents. The HD 2D art style looks absolutely gorgeous, with pixel characters on 3D environments enhanced by lighting effects that make every scene pop. Combat uses a turn-based system with a boost mechanic and break system where you exploit enemy weaknesses to shatter their defense and unleash devastating combos. Each character has unique path actions they use in towns to gather information, recruit help, or acquire items in different ways that affect how you approach quests. The job system lets you customize characters with secondary classes and skills, creating diverse party combinations. What really shines is how each character's story feels personal and meaningful, dealing with themes like revenge, redemption, and discovery. The freedom to tackle stories in any order gives you control over your journey. Side quests add depth to the world with their own mini-narratives.
Here I come. My blade sings. Good.
Fire Emblem Three Houses combines tactical combat with social simulation in a military academy setting that pulls you in completely. You play as a professor at Garreg Mach Monastery, where you choose one of 3 houses to lead, each with distinct students and philosophies. The first half has you teaching classes, building relationships with students and faculty, and participating in monthly battles. Combat is classic Fire Emblem tactical gameplay, where positioning, weapon advantages, and character abilities determine victory on grid-based maps. Permadeath adds weight to every decision, though casual mode is available if you prefer. The genius here is how the monastery life connects to combat, as stronger relationships unlock support bonuses and character growth. You can customize each student's class progression through training different weapon types and skills. After the academy phase, the story takes a dramatic turn where your house choice leads to completely different campaign paths with unique missions and story perspectives. Characters are incredibly well written, with complex motivations and backstories revealed through support conversations.
Good idea.
Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition brings back one of the most ambitious JRPGs to ever exist. You're a survivor on planet Mira after Earth's destruction, and you join Blade, an organization exploring this massive alien world. The scale is breathtaking, with 5 enormous continents filled with diverse ecosystems, from lush forests to volcanic wastelands to bioluminescent caverns. Real-time combat mixes melee and ranged attacks, with arts that have cooldowns and positional bonuses, creating a dynamic system where movement and timing matter. The game opens up incredibly once you get Skells, which are giant mechs you can customize and pilot for both exploration and combat. Skells transform how you traverse the world and tackle high-level enemies. Character customization is deep, with different classes that change your weapon options and abilities. The story focuses on humanity's survival and uncovering the mysteries of Mira, while dealing with hostile alien factions. Side quests are substantial and often lead to meaningful rewards or story revelations. Exploration is rewarded constantly, with hidden areas, rare materials, and challenging optional bosses.
Open fire!
Pikmin 4 perfects the series formula while making it more accessible than ever. You crash land on a planet searching for Captain Olimar and other castaways, commanding tiny plant-like creatures called Pikmin to solve puzzles, fight enemies, and collect treasure. Each Pikmin type has unique abilities. Reds are fireproof and strong, blues can swim, yellows conduct electricity and dig fast, and new Ice and Glow Pikmin add fresh strategies. Time management is key, as you work during daylight before night arrives and enemies become more dangerous. The game introduces Ochi, a space dog companion who can carry you and Pikmin, break obstacles, and fight alongside your squad. This edition makes multitasking easier and adds new puzzle solutions. Dandori battles and challenges test your efficiency in completing objectives under time limits, adding a competitive element. The level design is fantastic, with caves offering multi-floor challenges and surface areas packed with secrets. Boss fights require smart Pikmin-type usage and quick reactions. Night expeditions flip the gameplay where you defend a base tower defense style using Glow Pikmin. Luigi's Mansion 3 puts Luigi in a haunted hotel with his friends trapped in paintings across different themed floors. Each floor is a self-contained area with unique aesthetics, like a medieval castle, Egyptian tomb, pirate ship, or movie studio, keeping the exploration fresh throughout. The Poltergust G00 vacuum has new abilities, like the suction shot, to rip objects and slam ghosts into the ground, plus Burst for a powerful area blast. Gooigi, a Goo clone of Luigi, lets you solve puzzles that require splitting up or accessing areas through barriers. The game constantly introduces new ghost types and mechanics that force you to adapt your strategies. Boss fights cap off each floor with creative encounters that use the environment and Luigi's abilities in fun ways. The Last Resort Hotel feels alive with tons of interactive objects and hidden secrets in every room that reward thorough exploration. Co-op lets a second player control Gooigi full-time, making it a genuinely great cooperative experience. The animation is expressive, with Luigi reacting to everything around him in hilarious ways that give him so much personality. Metroid Prime Remastered brings a GameCube classic to Switch with stunning visual upgrades and modernized controls. You're Samus Aran, exploring Planet Talon 4 in first person, scanning environments and enemies to learn about the world's history and creature weaknesses. The visor system lets you switch between different vision modes to reveal hidden paths, track enemies, or interact with specific objects. Combat mixes shooting with strafing and lock-on mechanics, where each weapon type works best against different enemy shields. The Morph Ball transforms Samus into a sphere to navigate tight spaces and drop bombs, adding vertical puzzle elements. Exploration is methodical as you map out interconnected areas and remember blocked paths that you'll return to with new abilities. Power-ups like the Grapple Beam, Space Jump, and various beam weapons progressively open the world. Boss encounters are intense battles, requiring you to scan for weak points and use specific weapons effectively. The atmosphere is incredible, with detailed alien environments and a haunting soundtrack that builds tension. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is a faithful remake of one of the best RPGs on GameCube. Mario searches for the crystal stars while uncovering the mystery of an ancient treasure beneath Rogueport, a rough port town full of colorful characters. Combat uses a turn-based timing system where button presses during attacks and defense determine damage output and reduction, keeping battles engaging. Partners like Goombella, Koops, and Vivian each have unique abilities, both in combat and field exploration to solve puzzles. The badge system lets you customize Mario's stats and abilities, creating different playstyles from offensive powerhouses to defensive tanks. Each chapter takes you to wildly different locations, from a fighting arena to a spooky forest to a luxury train to a tropical island. The writing is genuinely funny, with clever dialogue, pop culture references, and memorable character interactions throughout. Paper abilities let Mario fold, roll, and turn into a plane to access new areas. Badge points force meaningful choices about which badges to equip. The remake adds quality of life improvements like faster battles and a more forgiving retry system. Astral Chain is a stylish action game from Platinum Games, set in a futuristic city under attack by interdimensional creatures. You play as a rookie officer in Neuron, a special police task force that uses legions, which are captured and controlled enemies that fight alongside you. Combat is unique because you control both your character and your legion simultaneously, creating combo opportunities as you coordinate attacks. 5 different legion types offer varied playstyles. The Sword Legion excels at offense, the Arm Legion breaks shields, the Arrow Legion provides ranged support, the Axe Legion is tank-focused, and the Beast Legion offers mobility. Switching between them mid-combo lets you adapt to different enemy types and create devastating chains. Missions take you through city streets and the astral plane, investigating cases, fighting enemies, and helping civilians. The investigation elements add variety, where you analyze crime scenes, talk to witnesses, and piece together what happened. You can customize your character's appearance, skills, and Legion abilities as you progress. The story deals with conspiracy and the nature of the invasion with surprising depth.
I need backup ASAP. I found someone who needs evac. We've got an officer down. Someone come give me a hand over here.
The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening is a gorgeous remake that brings the Game Boy classic to life with a toy-like art style that looks like a diorama in motion. Link washes up on Koholint Island and must collect instruments to wake the Windfish and return home. The world is compact, but packed with secrets, dungeons, and characters that all interconnect cleverly. Combat is classic Zelda, with sword strikes, shield blocks, and secondary items like bombs, the boomerang, and the hookshot. Each dungeon introduces new items that become essential for solving puzzles and accessing new areas, both inside and outside dungeons. Puzzle design is brilliant, often requiring you to think about the environment in creative ways or sequence actions carefully. The game has a surreal, dreamlike quality, reinforced by the story's mysteries and strange inhabitants. You can customize your button layout freely, which is surprisingly useful for optimizing your playstyle. The Chamber Dungeon feature lets you create custom dungeons using rooms you've cleared, adding a creative outlet. Music is beautifully reorchestrated, maintaining the original melodies while sounding fresh. Pokémon Legends Arceus reinvents the Pokémon formula by taking you to the ancient Hisui region, long before it became Sinnoh. You're part of the Survey Corps, researching Pokémon to complete the region's first Pokédex. The gameplay is fundamentally different from traditional Pokémon games, with wild Pokémon roaming the overworld and you throwing Pokéballs in real time without entering battles, unless you want to weaken them first. Combat is faster, with a turn order system where move speeds and stat stages affect who goes next, and you can choose between strong style and agile style attacks that modify power and turn order. The focus on actually catching and researching Pokémon, rather than just battling trainers, changes the entire experience. You complete tasks for each Pokémon species, like seeing them use specific moves, catching them at certain times, or defeating them with super effective attacks. Base camps serve as safe zones where you can craft items, rest, and fast travel. Alpha Pokémon are larger, more aggressive versions that pose serious challenges. Noble Pokémon battles are boss fights, mixing dodging attacks with traditional battling. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom expands Breath of the Wild's world vertically, with sky islands and underground depths, while introducing game-changing abilities. The Ultra Hand lets you grab objects and fuse them together to create vehicles, bridges, and contraptions, limited only by your imagination. Fuse lets you combine weapons and materials to create stronger equipment, or add unique properties like explosions or elemental effects. Ascend lets you phase through ceilings to reach areas above you, completely changing how you approach vertical exploration. Recall rewinds time on objects, letting you ride platforms back up or return enemy projectiles. These abilities transform puzzle solving into creative problem solving, where multiple solutions exist for most challenges. The Sky Islands offer platforming challenges and unique rewards, while the depths provide a dark, dangerous underground realm with different resources and threats. Shrines return with brand new puzzles built around your abilities. The main quest involves investigating strange phenomena and eventually uncovering the truth behind Hyrule's ancient past. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is actually two incredible experiences in one package. 3D World is a multiplayer-focused platformer where up to 4 players tackle levels together, each choosing characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, or Rosalina with slightly different abilities. Levels are creative playgrounds, with the cat power-up being the star, letting you climb walls and pounce on enemies. Stage design is constantly inventive, with new ideas introduced and explored, then moved past before they overstay their welcome. It strikes a balance between 2D Mario structure and 3D exploration, with clear goals but multiple paths and hidden secrets. Boss battles and Captain Toad puzzle stages break up the platforming nicely. Bowser's Fury is a completely separate open-world Mario experiment, where you explore Lake Lapcat collecting cat shines, while Bowser periodically becomes Fury Bowser and rains destruction. You team up with Bowser Jr., who helps in combat and puzzle solving. The cat theme is everywhere, with creative uses of the power-up for traversal and combat. Fury Bowser encounters create tense moments where you scramble to collect shines or use Giga Cat Mario to fight back in kaiju battles. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition refines one of the Wii's best RPGs into something truly special. You play as Shulk, who wields the Monado, a legendary sword that lets him see visions of the future during combat. The story takes place on the Bionis and the Canis, two massive titans frozen in combat, creating one of gaming's most unique settings. Real-time combat uses auto-attacks while you trigger arts, which are special abilities with cooldowns and positional requirements. The Monado's vision system shows you when enemies will use devastating attacks, giving you time to warn allies and change tactics. The party system lets you control any character with their unique playstyles, from Shulk's versatile offense, to Rain's tanking, to Melia's magic. Character relationships matter through affinity that unlocks heart-to-hearts and skill links. The world is vast, with interconnected areas that reward exploration with experience, items, and heart-stopping views. Side quests are plentiful, and rebuild Colony 6, which provides long-term benefits. The story deals with revenge, destiny, and what it means to forge your own future, with twists that hit hard.
Thanks, Ryan. That was a close one. Man, what were you doing wandering off by...
Super Mario Bros. Wonder revitalizes 2D Mario with the most creative level design the series has seen in years. The Wonder Flower is the game changer, transforming levels in wild, unpredictable ways when collected. One moment, you're a platforming level. The next, you've become a Goomba. Or the level shifts perspective. Or musical notes become platforms. Or pipes start moving. Every level has unique wonder effects that surprise you. Badge system adds another layer where you equip abilities like wall climbing, parachute caps, or dolphin kicks that change how you approach levels. The new elephant power-up lets you swing your trunk to attack, collect water to spray, and break obstacles. Online play shows ghost data of other players in real time, creating a sense of community as you see where people died or found secrets. Each world introduces new mechanics, enemies, and themes, from flower kingdoms to desert ruins to factory settings. Talking flowers provide commentary throughout levels, with genuinely funny observations. Character roster includes Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Toad variations, Nabbit, and Yoshi, each with slight differences. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 brings together story, combat, and world design into an emotionally powerful package. You control Noah and Mio, soldiers from opposing nations in a war where people's lifespans are limited to 10 years and battle is their only purpose. The story explores heavy themes about the meaning of life, breaking cycles, and finding hope in a world designed to keep people fighting. Combat evolved into a seamless, real-time system where all 6 party members fight together, with you controlling one while AI handles the others, though you can switch freely. Arts and skills create combo opportunities that flow into chain attacks for massive damage. The class system is incredibly flexible, letting any character learn any class, mixing and matching abilities to create unique builds. Interlinking lets pairs of characters fuse into powerful Ouroboros forms for limited time. The world consists of massive regions connected by high-level areas, encouraging exploration while respecting boundaries. Colonies scattered across the world each have their own stories and quest lines that tie into the main narrative themes.
We have superiority!
Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild revolutionized open-world design by trusting players to forge their own path. You wake as Link with no memory in a ruined Hyrule, and the game immediately gives you freedom to go anywhere you can see. The Great Plateau tutorial teaches core mechanics like climbing, gliding, cooking, and combat before letting you loose. Shrines are mini dungeons scattered throughout, offering puzzle challenges and combat trials that reward spirit orbs for health and stamina upgrades. Divine Beasts are the main dungeons, massive mechanical creatures you must board and manipulate to solve puzzles. Combat emphasizes improvisation with weapons that break, forcing you to use your environment, steal enemy weapons, and think creatively. The physics system is consistent, letting you experiment with fire spreading through grass, metal conducting electricity, or ice creating platforms on water. Cooking combines ingredients into meals that restore health, boost stats, or provide resistance to environmental hazards. The world is filled with secrets, where curious exploration is constantly rewarded with Koroks, treasure chests, or just breathtaking views. Super Mario Odyssey is 3D Mario perfected, with the most imaginative and joyful platforming experience Nintendo has created. You travel across kingdoms in a hat-shaped ship with Cappy, a sentient cap who lets you capture enemies and objects by throwing him. Capturing transforms Mario into that enemy or object, each with unique abilities that completely change gameplay. Possessing a bullet bill lets you fly and break obstacles. Capturing a T-Rex lets you wreck everything. Becoming a tank gives you firepower, and there are dozens more. Each kingdom is a self-contained world with distinct themes. From New Donk City's realistic metropolis to the food-themed Luncheon Kingdom to the beach paradise of Seaside Kingdom. Power Moons are the collectibles, and there are over 800 hidden throughout, using every type of challenge imaginable. Platforming tests, puzzle solving, exploration, minigames, and secrets. Movement feels incredible, with long jumps, dive jumps, cap bounces, and wall jumps that chain together for exhilarating traversal. The game respects all skill levels, with obvious moons for casual players and brutally difficult post-game challenges for experts. And there you have it, the top 20 best Nintendo Switch games that showcase why this console became a modern classic. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.